Okay, so tumbling these guys. I'm gonna pick him. I want to pick him, I don't know if I can. The rest of them I'll get over to the table. I don't even think I'll be able to get him in, but I think it might be fun for an experiment. The rocks only go up to 3/4 full. Alright, let's go pop them on. Ah, you gotta love that sound. Silicon carbide goes from 80 to 40, 600, which is a pre-polish, and then a tin oxide. One of the people I was talking to on the channel mentioned that the tin oxide is normally a bit better for softer stones, so a lot of the stuff I do, the Chalcedonies, is probably better for me to get the aluminium one. Alright, you might notice that I've got a lot of those beads in there. Little plastic beads they use to stop things from crashing around in the barrel. They're painful to try and get all the rocks out. But I found a cool little thing that worked. So you fill up some water in a container and these little guys float. So now you just grab a whole bunch and put them, I'll put them in there for now. That's kind of cool. Learning's fun. They're all set out now. I'm gonna let them dry. They've got that nice polished squeaky sound. But there's a few things I want to talk about and that I'm noticing with this batch. I mentioned before with the tin oxide that I used that it doesn't have as good of an effect on harder stones for polishing. What's his name? Thirst First commented and said that the tin oxide can sometimes leave a pixelated almost polish. I'm happy with it right now, but I think I will be actually doing a polish of all of my other stones and these ones again. These are some of the rocks that I found out at our permission from the videos of chasing Chalcedony. Mainly Chalcedony. I've got a couple of bits of rhyolite or rhyolite mixes. That contrast through there. Still got a little bit of a shine, but just not as much as that Chalcedony going through there. It's my smallest one there. Little bubble of Carnelian. This one's some quartz with green in it. Another thing about my tumbled stones is that they're tumbled in the shape that they came from the creek. This guy was covered in creek scum. I don't do that out of preference. I do that because I don't actually have a tile saw right now. But I guess it's kind of cool to see their characteristics as is. Of course, it's always fun with these. Carnelian, this blue bit, very pretty. You can just see that shade of bluish color coming through it right there. I love that color. You find bits of it out here, not too much. You can see on that guy what looks to be almost like little vents right there. Really cool to look at. Really cool. It's got some green host rock trapped inside. There's a chip that came off in the tumble. This isn't my best tumble, but with the help from comments, etc., and other people's ideas on tumbling, it's helped me learning. Each time I do this, I learn a lot more. And I could say right now what I'd learned from this would probably be, yeah, I need to get a better polish. And maybe even put them in for longer for a polish. I did them for a week. It's just a clear quartz, almost like a crystal quartz. I didn't know he was that when I put him in there. Very pretty though. Oh, look at him. Now this is hard stuff to tumble. I've come across this as well before, where you've got the quartz crystals mainly on the top there. It can turn out pretty nice, which it has on this side, but it's more likely to be brittle and break apart where there's fracture lines. But I wanted to show the little bands at the base of it, little lines where the Chalcedony meets the bigger crystals of quartz. That's kind of cool. It's just a pretty one. Then it gets some blue going down there. This guy. First find on the side of the road, and probably too big to put in this tumble, but he came out good. And let's look at the shine. You might notice that stuff I was talking about, the pixelated sort of look of that shine. It's not a constant shine across the whole surface, but it has done well. What this is here is some rhyolite host stone. But it's pretty. And that's not wet, so it's nice and shiny on its own. I like it. Look, it was a fun experiment to take the finds that I got on that day and really just grab a handful or 2 or 3 and give them a tumble. I didn't actually look at these very much at all when putting them in. I know that runs a risk of putting in stuff that's going to be broken or not really good to tumble, but it's an experiment, and I seem to learn more from doing experiments with this stuff. Everything I'm doing is experiments. If you'd like to see how these were found and other rocks that I found, I'll leave a link in the end. This is the last video of that whole hunt. We found some beautiful stuff. I did a video where I showed what they look like cleaned up after an acid wash. And now the polish. I hope you like it. It was interesting to do. I just love the rocks. If you haven't already, go check out those other 2 videos. If you are subscribed and you want to get notifications, hit the bell button. If not, all good. Alright, bye guys.